3, 2, 1, and action. Good morning. Okay, today's video is going to be on a bit of home training for hamstrings, which we can use a barbell, a dumbbell, and also some ankle weights, which I'll show you all these. So it's just kind of two different exercises, one of them done two different ways, just kind of give you some information on how to train the back of your legs, hamstrings at home, which is quite restrictive because obviously you need to really kind of like to hammer them really properly. You want to go to a gym and get leg curls in, either seated, lying or standing leg curls, but this is where you can combat that problem at home, all right? Keep them moving, keep them exercising. Right, okay, so all you're going to see basically is my legs. So we're going to angle that down a little bit, like we got so. Okay, so what we're going to do first is a stiff leg deadlift. So I'm going to grab a couple of dumbbells just to show you. So the first position would be feet together, okay? Having the dumbbells at the front of you. With this one, stiff leg deadlift, my version would be getting the legs really straight the whole time. You're going to push the knees and the hips back to get a slight jolt. You're going to come down to the front for a good stretch. And you're going to come all the way back to the top. Actually getting really straight. And then you're going to click in again. So knees and hips back, stretch down and up. So this is done with the dumbbells, okay? So you can do this with a barbell as well. So stretch down and up. So by having feet together, it works a different part of the hamstring as if you have feet shoulder width apart. So same thing, knees back, hips back, stretch down and upright. Try to get a kind of a kick back jolt, I say, is so stretching down and up. So you're kind of turning off the lower back and turning on the hamstrings. This is really kind of a feely exercise. You want to feel your way through it and not just quite you don't want to get too much of a rhythm going when you're not used to it. You end up feeling it too much on the lower back and not enough on the hamstrings. You want more on the hamstrings to do on the lower back. You're going to feel it a little bit in the lower back because it's a stiff leg, it's a deadlift in essence. So kick in, so again, starting again, so knees and hips straight, push those back, stretching down and up. So I'm just going to grab a bar and show you that way as well. So with the bar, exactly the same thing, okay? So either knees, all the knees straight, all the hips straight, pushing back, stretch and up, and then feet together, exactly the same thing. Just holding the bar, pushing back, so get that jolt back, stretch down and pull up, stretch down and pull up. So some people with a good range of stretch on the hamstrings will be able to go below ground level. So what you do then is you get a step block, stand on that, so then when you actually load the dumbbells or the barbell, you can go below ground level to get your own version of that stretch, okay? So that's a stiff leg deadlift. Okay, next up would be a standing leg curl. So I'm going to show you here. Let's angle up a bit. Okay, so I would say lean against something, all right, which is the best course of action normally. If not, you can kind of do it freehand. So make sure you have one hand on the leg, and all you're doing is you've got to try and isolate. So you've got to stay away from this, keep on this, all right? So keep the legs straight together. Have a hand on the glutes, and this will kind of give you that kind of like feeling that you're not using this, because it's quite easy to use glutes when you're doing a leg curl of lying down, sitting down or standing up. So you're curling up and all the way down, curling up and all the way down. Try to tilt, if you're doing the right leg, try to tilt slightly to the left, so give yourself some foot space there, so your foot is actually off the ground, curling up and down. So if you need restriction while you're doing this, lean against, like I've got a rack here or a wall, so lean against the rack, make sure the front of that leg is stuck to the rack there, and then you curl up, so then it gives you that restriction, it isolates that then, so you can kind of flex the toes up, curling up and down, and then the other leg. So press that into your wall or your side of your chair or a rack that I've got here, and you can curl up and pull down, curl up and pull down. And same as standing again. So you can actually, if you're confident you're not going to use this, you should be able to feel whether you're using your glutes or not. If you can't, then hand on the glutes is always a good idea. But hand on here is cool. So keeping that leg then from going, if you don't want to be going forward, you want to be keeping that really straight and isolated. So curling up, stretching down, curling up stretching down. Okay, quite simple, quite effective. Even with no weight on this one, you can actually feel that hamstring working and moving. This should be soft. So it's trying to like get that mind muscle connection from the mind through to that muscle you're working. So even this standing here, like, so if you stand and hold that like so, you should be able to feel some kind of a slight crampy feeling, but that's a contraction on here. So that's going to be kind of slightly taut, and that should be soft, okay? So all it is just that, curling up and down, curling up and down. You'll feel, whether you've got no weight on it or not, a few repetitions of that each leg, so you can do sets on it. So you can do like 4 sets each side, go from one side to the other. You'll feel that's working, and that does actually work, so it's quite a clever one. You can actually do this in the gym as well, guy, if you can visualise a leg extension machine. So instead of sitting on it facing outwards, you'd stand on it facing inwards, get your legs behind the roller, and again you've got like a little kind of, you've got the edge of the seat there, you can push your quads into and curl up from behind with the roller on the back of your leg. That gives you a good standing leg curl, okay, as well as obviously your lying leg curls and your seated leg curls. We've got those machines available to you at a gym, but for this video today, it's showing you how you can work those at home with the stiff leg deadlift, okay? So just to reiterate, that's going to be feet together, everything goes back, so knees in the hips, jolt back, stretching down, and a bit like a kind of a forward fold, I guess, in yoga, but you're not bending your knees. So the name of the game is not to bend your knees, right, on these ones, not to bend your knees, okay? So stretching down and coming up. So if you've got ankle weights, like these, you can tie these around your ankles to give yourself some resistance for that standing leg curl, all right? So when you're doing that standing leg curl, then you've got some weight here, and you can curl up and pull down. You see that makes a good difference too. So I've got 5 kilo ones here, but you can get lighter and heavier too, okay? Right, that's it for today then. So hopefully you've enjoyed that video. Keep coming back for more. There will be more. It's taking a little bit of time to get out at the moment, but I promise you I will be working through all muscle groups. So I've done only calves and hamstrings so far. So I'll be working like inner thighs, outer thighs, quads, full legs, going to abdominals, so working way up the body, you know, arms, shoulders, neck, back, all that sort of thing, okay? And forearms too, not forgetting forearms. These babies need to be worked too, okay? Have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye now.